It was originally 40% off, and then I also used a 20% off. So it came up to $86.38 plus your tax, $93.74. Kudos to me. I've already put one together just to do a little trial run to see if it was hard, easy, so I can kind of give my review. I'm going to put the second one together on video. It's not hard. The instructions, I mean, they have pictures and it tells you what to do. And as I pull things out the package, you'll see that like it'll have numbers, letters, stuff like that. So really, it's not hard. It's just about being patient. You know, I've heard some reviews that it was hard. The instructions were hard to read. They're really not. It's more about just taking your time. Don't be in a rush. You know, don't be so excited that you're in a rush that you start messing things up. But anyway, if you'd like to see me put this other one together, stay tuned. I'm just going to use the same instructions, but I'm going to pull everything else out. And I may end up kind of speeding some parts up just to speed the process. And the box is super heavy, don't forget. What I did, you take the two sides, which is A and B. You see this? This is going to be your back. That's going to be your front. So put those two together first. And right now I'm not doing the instructions because I, excuse me, I do know this part. Okay, in these, you see you got a straight edge and you have a rounded edge. Put the straight edge toward the back. Place these in, and the straight edge goes toward the back. And when you put these in, it should line up with two other holes. And it wasn't this quick at first because I really was paying attention to my instructions, just making sure everything was legit, you know, and then I have to go back and make sure everything was, you know, screwed in properly. So, but it really is this simple. And make sure on the other side, or another way to tell you is this flat side, make sure it's facing the unfinished part of the board. Because you have to do it like that on both boards. And they just go right on in, no problem. For some people, I recommend using a power drill. Okay, the next step is, let's see, are they number 2? I can't remember the screw numbers. Yes, number 2. So this is, what I did is, number 1, I put them in order. And you get an extra bag of parts. Do not throw it away. Just put them in your bottom drawer so you'll always know where they're at. But they have numbers on them, as you can see. Maybe, I hope. 1, number 10, 12, number 4. So I put them in order. 1, let me find number 2. Here's number 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is optional, but this is at the end, little white stickers to put on. 10, 11, 12, and then this is just the extra bag. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take the number 2s. You should have enough number 2s to put 2 in each and every one of these brackets. Next thing that we're going to do with the instructions, the next thing we're going to do is get number 5s. You need 8 of number 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what you do, let's see, this is B. So on B, on A and B, you put them in the inner holes. A and B, this is B board. You put them in the inner holes. Just insert them in the inner holes on top and bottom. See? And you do the same thing over here. The inner holes. Okay. The next thing you will need, let's see, is it not this one yet? Okay, not that yet. I'm jumping again. You will need C and D, which is top and bottom. So we can move these out of the way. We need C and D. And we'll do it this way and this way. Both like that. And you will need number 3. Number 3. And you will need 4 in the outer, all the outer. Be careful not to over drill. Okay. The next step is to put it together. Let's see. I know one of these, I can't remember which one has, let's see, because it's going to be on the bottom, facing this way. So, this is the letter K. Okay, get 2 more of your number 5s, the little wood dowels or wood sticks. Okay, you see what the big hole is? Not where it matches up with that, but the one where it does not match up. And put one on both sides. See how that hole matches with that? Put it where it don't have anything right there. Okay, so that part's ready. So now what we're about to do, and you can tell your bottom piece and your top piece. Your bottom piece is where if you're going to put rolling wheels on, that's how you know it's your bottom piece, okay? And then the top piece doesn't have anything. So what we're going to do now is move the bottom and the top out of the way. And we're going to go back to this size. Attach front board K. What side panel's right? Okay, just making sure I was doing everything correctly. So now you line it up and you'll see 2 holes inside. That's where you're going to attach K. Okay, and I'm just trying to make sure everything, okay, that's my front, this is my back. So make sure your piece is your front and back when you put it in, that you put it in correctly. You want the back to be in the back. And you just join them together as such. And you know, wait a minute. I forgot one more thing. You need 2 number 3s. And we have to screw them in and put them in the very front. You can see better on this. Let's see, this is board B. Put it in the front. The number 3 part, put it in the front. In the front hole. Okay, sorry. Now we can put it together. And you'll need 2 number 4s. Two number 4s are your part number 4. Now remember to put the board in correctly, facing the back. The unfinished should be faced toward the back. And make sure they're in the holes. Now all you have to do is take the number 4, as I was stating, this is where you, it's good to have a little flat head or a fillet, and you insert that and turn to the right. And sometimes you have to kind of turn till it goes in. Let me see, it may be better with this. There we go. And keep turning till it stops. Once it stops, you're good. Don't overturn. Remember, do not overturn. Okay, that part's done. Now, we're going to take the big piece, which has a sticker on the back. It's its letter E. And I just kind of look and see, since they're both white on both sides, You can have the sticker in, you can have the sticker out, it doesn't matter. I just kind of look and see if there's any defects, and I just put it at the bottom. If there's no defects, then I just lay on top. I need to see one other thing. Okay, yeah, just double checking everything. Okay, you just lay this on top. No, not yet. Take that back. No, no, no. Now it's time for your top and bottom. This one is the bottom. So we're going to work like this. Okay. And make sure you turn it where it locks, where you can really feel it secure. Now the bottom piece. Make sure the white is in the front and the unfinished is on the bottom. Line them up. Push them in. Okay, once you do that, you get the number 4s again. I have a hole somewhere in here. There we go. And I'm going to raise this up just so you can see what I am doing. I'm going to insert these and we're going to tighten them. All 4. Okay. I just turn until I can't turn anymore, but I don't try to overturn. Now, yeah, I'm working from the back. Okay. Do the same for the top. There we go. Okay, all done. Turn it back on its front side. We're still working from the back. Now it's time for E. We'll connect E to the back. I need to check that my video is still going. Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay. So we will now take the number 2s. Let's see, here's 1, 4. I believe it's number 2s, or is it a different number? Or is it number 10? It's number 10. I did number 2s. Number 10. Number 10. Dump them all out because we're going to use all of them on the back. And just line this up as nice and neat as you can. There's some pre-holes on the top and the bottom to kind of give you a clue where you should have them. And again, as I stated, it doesn't matter if the sticker's on the bottom, top, inside, outside. That's kind of your choice. And just drill them in. And try to get it as even as possible. And I tend to kind of push it a little bit just to make sure it's even, because I like things to be flush. Two more. Voila. Okay, so this is the top. So we'll flip it up. And that's what it looks like on the inside before we do the drawers. Okay. Now for the drawers. We're going to do these. Let's see. I think these are next. Yeah, these are next. So all of these are F with the dip, the front part of it. You want to take number 3s. Okay, last but not least, we're putting these on. You take this drawer, let this face you. These right here are going in this hole, and that will go in that hole. So just match them up. Neatly match them up, and it goes right on. Then you take your number 4s. And you stick them in. And then you tighten. That's it. I just want to make sure it's tight. because it seemed like I barely had to move it. So that's one drawer. And you do that to all the drawers. So you can do this. That way they're all ready. That step is really simple. So it's not a step that you just got to wait till you get to each one. So once you've done them all, then you can easily just place them right there, and then all you have to do is do this again, which by now you should kind of know what to do with these, so I'm not really worried about if you can see it in the video. I'm sorry, but if you didn't got this far, you should definitely know what you're doing with these. Okay. Drawer number 2 is complete. Just line them up. In this video, you will not see my vanity lights. I will make a second part because I had to order them. Okay, so now the next step is to take number 11. They're stickers. You take each drawer. They're little white stickers. See that? You can cover that up. They don't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be a little better than what I just did on that one, but let's get this one so I don't forget. And it just takes away the unattractiveness to it when you open up your drawer. Disguises it. It was really easy. I think I could put one together now without the instructions, but that is after doing 2. So the first one, it wasn't hard, but you do have to pay attention what you're doing to make sure you're doing it correctly. And then double check that one. If you feel anything loose, it's better to go ahead and just, make sure everything is legit before, especially before you cover it up. That was the only one that felt like it was a little bit loose. Okay, you have one thing left. That is number 6. I'm going to say it's optional, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Okay. The reason why I say that, because let's put one of these on just so you can see. Okay, you see that? If you want your drawer to come all the way out like that and fall, take the risk of it falling, then you don't have to, you're basically done, just put them all in there. But these are stoppers to prevent the drawers from falling out. I find them beneficial, especially with makeup. We don't want everything to fall out. And the best thing to do is to stick it in first, because if you stick your stoppers in first, then you can't get it on the track. So just get it on a track. Once it's on track, you just take it and you press in. You take one of them and you just press in. The smooth side needs to be on the inside of your drawer. The smooth side goes inside your drawer. See? And now it does not come out. And my drawers are not like small drawer, big drawer. So I believe all my drawers are just the exact same size. So it doesn't matter which drawer you put in first, which drawer you put in last. See? I actually enjoy putting it together. I haven't built anything in a while, and I do like to build things. I know this wasn't from scratch, but I did draw out a plan of how I wanted my vanity to look, and you'll probably see a bunch of scribbles. I think you saw it in my earlier video vlog, so my vlog. If not, I'll show it again whenever I find it. If I have to insert a picture or whatever, a picture of my sketch, I will. But voila, you're done. Now I'm not putting the wheels on. The wheels in number 12 go together. They go on the bottom, but I'm not putting the wheels on. So I'll be back when I move everything into place so I can clean up, because it's going right here where I'm sitting. So I'll be back, okay? And I'm actually not going to glue it or anything on yet, because I have to get my feet, because this is just too low. It's just too low. I can't imagine sitting right here doing my makeup and it's that low. So I'm going to go and get my feet. But this is what it'll look like if you're not putting feet. This is what it'll look like. It's 24 inches before the board. And then after the board is 25 inches. So if that's the height you want, go for it. It's not the height that I want. So I'm adding 6-inch legs. And that's why I haven't permanently put my top on yet. My top will be put on with the E6000 between the two of here. But I'm going to go put legs on right here, and on here, and I want, and I'm saying here, but this corner in the front, corner in the back, then this corner on the right, front, and then a right back. I want this to be free flowing, so if I want to stick anything under there, I can. And when we're done, we'll have other stuff. So I'll be back. Okay, I had a little trouble with the legs, so I didn't come back and do it on video. But as you can see, I told you I was going to do it on the outer. And they're going to be free flowing. And some of you may be asking, how am I going to make it stand if I only have it like that? Well, remember the board. It will be glued to the top. So once it's bonded with the E6000, that will make it all one piece. And it would look like one piece. If you have 2 legs, 4 legs on each one, and then have the top, yes, they will stand alone. However, it's going to look like 2 separate pieces, like you pieced everything together. I've seen a couple people's. Don't get me wrong, they were really, really nice. That's what even gave me the idea to do the legs. I just did not like how it looked like it was two separate pieces of furniture and someone threw a board on it, which makes three pieces of furniture. I want it to look as one piece, so it'll be free flowing if it doesn't have the inner legs, and it will be connected with the top board. So I will be back once this. Oh, the problem was making new holes. I didn't have the actual drill bit that size. Plus, you have to put. I use Gorilla Glue, so I have to, of course, let that Gorilla Glue dry. So it will be a while before I be back because I don't want it to fall out. I don't know if you how well you guys can see that, but yes, I do have Gorilla Glue on it, on them. But that's what it currently looks like at the moment. So once it dries, I'll be back. Probably a couple hours or so before I'd be even willing to attempt to flip it over, put any weight on it. And when you flip them over, which I'll show you in the next clip, when I flip them over, I'm going to have like maybe tennis shoe boxes or something, books, something on the other side to hold it while the vanity top is being put on. So, okay, I'm back. As you see, I pulled out my leveler, and that was one of the best things I could have done. I found some more paint stirrers, and that definitely did the job. So now I know for sure that I'm leveled. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I'm leveled, so I'm just going to continue to let things dry. And I just pushed the shoebox back a little bit more and got everything where it needs to be for now. So either I'll come back later tonight or I'll come back tomorrow. Probably later tonight because it's still kind of early. But I just really don't want to play around too much. But okay, day number 3 for me because the way I wanted my legs to be. And excuse the paint right here. I did use this as weight when I bonded all that together. I wanted to make sure everything stayed attached and sealed. So, I'll bring you over this way a little bit. So, that's what it looks like without anything under it. Excuse the wipes. I did kind of wipe everything off. So those are the wipes. And I just was making sure everything was still level. I'm off by a little hair, but it's still in the center, the bubble. And I haven't attached my towel yet. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as the chair, because it's narrow, and that's something I wanted to show you guys. But I'm going to do it in a different video, but I do just want to make note that depends on how long your closet shelf is, or whatever wood you use for your topper, that you can end up, you know, with very little space through here. Hello. Okay, that is the finished product of the actual vanity. I have not attached the towel on just yet. I can take you over just to see what it will look like, though. I'm not really worried about attaching it on until I get my glass, so I have it in place already, pre-cut, ready to go. So that's what it looked like with the legs. And make sure you put some wood glue when you screw them in. Also have wood glue on it before you completely screw it in, so that way you have a lot of support, because the type of you know, material this is, I think this is like a thicker particle board, so it's not wood, not solid wood, but it's the heavier particle board. And y'all excuse the pup, as she had to get attention. She has her toys everywhere. But yes, so I would like for you all to stay tuned. I am going to, oh, I meant to do one thing. I measured earlier before I put legs on, to show you how tall it was. Or to me it was short. And now with the legs, we are sitting right at 30.5 inches. 30.5 inches. And that's without me pressing down on my carpet, just letting the yardstick sit. 30.5 inches. That is a lot better. And due to the size wood that I told you guys previously, 46 inches in length, that I'm only going to get 14.5 inches. But I'm a small person, so my legs can go right in there with no problem. But I have a bonus video that will be up after this video, and that's, I'm going to do a DIY Ottoman chair. And I'm thinking about tuft. And if you don't know what that is, just stay tuned. And depends on when I upload this, I may actually put the link in the description box to that chair. And I really did, I'm going to do it in a real handy dandy way that some of you will be surprised. But you can customize it to however you like. So please stay tuned for that. That will be considered a bonus video. Showing how to make an Ottoman chair. That way you can, you know, have storage spots. But anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.